Okay, let's be real for a sec. Who doesn't love a perfect strawberry? But it's like the second you get them home, bam, fuzzy, mushy compost time. Ugh.
Yeah, it's a classic struggle.
So you guys asked for a deep dive on keeping those berries fresh longer. And our team, they found some really cool stuff.
Oh, is this the Miracle Everyday thing?
You got it. Miracle Everyday L44F. Supposed to be like all natural and makes them last forever. At least that's the claim. So to help us out, we've got a total pro in food science and all that preservation magic.
Yeah, spoilage is a bummer, that's for sure. I'm super curious about this L44F, especially if it's a natural solution. Always a plus.
Okay, so the source we've got, it breaks down the problem into like 3 big enemies of freshness.
Hit me with them.
Microbial growth, those little buggers. Enzymatic activity, whatever that is. And then just straight up physical damage.
Makes sense. Those are the usual suspects, right?
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, strawberries, they're so delicate, it's like they're asking for trouble.
Right. The source actually says the moisture on them, it's basically a bacteria and fungi party.
Yeah, I can see that. Those microorganisms are everywhere. A juicy strawberry. Perfect buffet for them, unfortunately.
And then there's this whole enzymatic activity thing. Apparently it's like built in to make the strawberry self-destruct, discoloration, softening, the works.
It's true. You can think of them like tiny little scissors, chopping up the fruit from the inside out. It's natural, but eventually, yeah, it goes bad.
Oh, that makes sense. And of course, you drop them, even a little bump, it's game over.
The source says bruising. That's like an open door for all that bacteria. And plus, it dries them out faster.
Domino effect, right. One bruise and it's all downhill.
So it's not just what's in the berry, right? The source goes on about temperature, humidity, how you store them. Like every little thing makes a difference.
Oh, for sure. Temperature is huge. Warmer it is, the faster those enzymes work and the happier those little microbes get. It's like a race to spoilage.
Yeah, they mentioned poor ventilation being bad, traps the heat, makes it all damp. Perfect storm for things to go bad. Exactly. Think of it like this. You ever leave a damp towel in a warm place? It gets like musty and gross. Same idea.
So this is where the Miracle Everyday L44F comes in. It's all natural from plants and supposed to tackle all 3 problems, like a superhero for strawberries. What do you think? Could this be the answer?
Well, if the source is right, the secret weapon is bioflavonoids. Apparently, they're antimicrobial and antioxidant. Interesting combo. I'm curious to dig into the how.
Me too. That's coming up next.
Yeah.
All right, so this Miracle Everyday L44F sounds pretty cool, but how does it actually work? Like, what are these bioflavonoids doing to keep things fresh?
Well, the source gets into the nitty-gritty, and it's kind of wild. Basically, it's a 2-pronged attack. Antimicrobial and antioxidant at the same time.
Okay, so first, antimicrobial. How's it stopping the bad guys?
Think of it this way. Those bioflavonoids, they're like little ninjas going after the bacteria and fungi. First, they mess up the cell walls, the outer layer.
So, like, weakening their defenses.
Exactly. But then they also go after something called the cation balance, basically. How things move in and out of the cell. It's chaos for the microbes.
Wow, so it's like messing with their insides, too.
Yep. And on top of that, it screws up their protein functions. They can't build what they need to survive.
That's intense. It's like a triple threat, all from this natural stuff.
Right. And that's just the antimicrobial part. We still have the antioxidant side to talk about.
Oh, yeah. Antioxidants, I know they're good for us, but what are they doing for the strawberries?
Have you ever seen an apple, turn brown after you cut it?
Yeah, all the time.
That's oxidation. It happens to fruit when it's damaged. Air gets to it, changes the color, the taste, everything.
Ah, so the bioflavonoids, they're stopping that from happening.
Exactly.
Oh.
They neutralize the stuff that causes oxidation. It's like a shield, protecting the strawberry from going brown and yucky.
So it's like built-in protection, all from plants. That's amazing.
It is. And for food science, this is really cool. Using natural processes to keep things fresh, it's the future.
Okay, but how do they actually use this stuff? Is it like a pill for strawberries? Or do they spray it? I'm picturing farmers in hazmat suits carefully applying this magic potion.
No hazmat suits needed. The source talks about a few ways. Dipping, fogging, spraying. It depends. They use specific amounts, and it seems pretty straightforward.
So it's like adaptable to how they already do things.
Yeah, which is good for the farmers, right? They can choose what works best for them. And this is interesting. The source mentions that it's not just for strawberries. Other fruits, too.
Wait, really? So raspberries, blueberries, all that could last longer, too?
Potentially, yeah. Think of the food waste we could avoid and make more fresh stuff available year-round.
That's huge. This L44F, it's like a game changer. But, with great power comes great responsibility, right?
Good point. And that brings us to some things we need to think about. Bigger picture stuff, beyond just our own little strawberry stash.
What do you mean? Like, could there be downsides?
Well, we've been talking about how great this is for you and me, strawberry lovers. But what about, like, the whole system? There's got to be more to it.
Yeah. Okay, so we've been geeking out about saving our strawberries.
Ugh.
But you're right, there's got to be more to think about, right? What kind of stuff should we be considering?
Well, biodiversity is a big one. Like, what if everyone starts using this L44F? Do you think farmers might, I don't know, just grow the types of strawberries that work best with it?
Yeah, that's interesting. It's like sometimes with big farms, it's all about what's easiest and cheapest, not always about like having lots of different kinds of things, right?
Right, exactly. And a good variety of fruits and veggies is super important. In case one type gets a disease or something, we don't want to depend on just a few kinds. So it's like, we want the cool new tech, but we don't want to mess up the whole system, It's a tough balance.
For sure. And then there's the how do people feel about eating fruit treated with this stuff? Even if it's natural, some people might be like, wait, what's in my food? I get it. Like sometimes even if the science is good, people are still unsure, It's about trust.
Definitely. So transparency is key, right? The companies using this L44F, they got to be super clear about what it is, how it works, why they're using it.
Yeah. It's like anything new, there's going to be some learning, some getting used to it, right?
Totally. It's funny. This whole L44F thing makes you think about, like, how we see food these days.
What do you mean?
Well, we're always trying to make things last longer, right? Strawberries, apples, everything. But I don't know, maybe there's a downside to that too.
You're saying like maybe it's okay for things to like be in season and then not be in season.
Yeah, like there's something cool about that, right? You look forward to the first strawberries of spring, You appreciate them more when they're not around all year.
That's true. It's like part of the fun is that it's special,
Exactly. So maybe we shouldn't get too carried away with making everything last forever. Sometimes natural is good too.
I like that. It's like we can be excited about the science and the new stuff, but not forget about how amazing nature is already.
You got it. It's all about balance. This L44F, it's really cool, but it's not like the answer to everything. We got to think about the big picture.
This has been such a cool deep dive. We started with strawberries, and now we're talking about like the future of food. It's crazy how these things connect.
It's true. You never know where a simple question will take you.
So next time you're eating a strawberry, maybe think about all the stuff we talked about. The science, the farmers, even those little microbes.
And remember, everyone, we all have a part to play. What we buy, what we eat, it all matters. So keep asking questions, keep learning, and yeah, enjoy those fresh strawberries.
Thanks for listening to The Deep Dive. And hey, until next time, stay curious.